But yeah, they move and
Yeah.
But also,
I will
Very
continuously move it
yeah.
while I have talkies and stuff.
Yeah.
But also, do you mind just putting that down a little bit, more under your chin, then because we can see your beautiful
Yeah,
face.
there's been some fun podcasts.
Try hide
This
it.
is how I've been.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Chip Lunch podcast. What an exciting day it is to be back here recording with you, Braden.
Oh, it's exciting every time.
Oh, you're preparing for a grand final, Braden, for
Yes,
soccer.
yes.
I keep
In a
calling it
big week.
soccer, not football.
Soccer.
It's football.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm coming.
I'm
It's
very excited.
I'm glad that you are playing on a field that is close to my home.
That is always a positive.
Interesting, this will come out after you've played.
Yes,
So
yes.
we'll-
So I might be very sad or very happy, or just nonchalant because I can't start. As I said to you before the podcast, you can't start taking it seriously now.
It is all age 12s.
Yes, yes.
But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I think I will not enjoy the football as much.
Dad.
The style. I meant the style.
Casting big dispersions already.
Oh, that's true. I haven't actually seen you guys play this year.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. Anyway, welcome.
Thank you.
Very nice to see you.
Very nice to see you.
I like that shirt you've got on. We went and
the
saw,
hives?
we saw the hives
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, yeah.
But now let's stop talking about us and talking about our wonderful guest who's coming on. Why don't you introduce our guest today?
Megan,
Hi.
welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Good
And
to
you were
be here.
saying to me just before we recorded
Mm.
that I think I asked you before week away to come on the podcast, and you're like, "Oh, I've just got like uni and stuff."
Yeah.
But that's because you are.
I'm doing a master's
Yes.
of social work.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is a question about doing a master's of social work. How hard or how easy are you finding it?
I'm finding it easier, I think, than I thought I would.
Oh, that's
Mm.
good.
Like studying again is not my favorite. Like deadlines and stuff like that are
Yeah.
not I don't work well with them, but
Yeah.
I think the content itself makes a lot of sense to me.
Mm.
That's
so
That's
yeah.
good. That's a good thing.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. And I know we've got this will come up again in the podcast, but are you doing something different to what you were doing when you were studying before? Like, what's the biggest shift in your study habits or your work compared to doing the two different things?
The two different
Like you would, because I know you've done Bible college at Youthworks.
Yeah.
And now you're doing your masters. What is like the thing that you've changed in terms of how you work? Is there anything in particular that's really stood out?
I think just like with this one, I get to put it into practice a little bit with my work, like in chaplaincy.
Cool.
And yeah, it sort of came from really liking the social work parts of my job.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool to actually put into practice like a lot of the stuff that I'm learning about.
Yeah, so you're studying it and then you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Well, welcome to the podcast, I should say. We should go back to the first question. Remember that time where I asked the second question as the first question?
Yes, but I don't remember whose it was.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who it was anyway. Someone will put it in the comments.
Yes.
Megan.
Yes.
I almost did it again. How do you like to have your hot chips?
I like chicken salt.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Finally, I feel like we've been losing ground, so it's good to
I've
have.
been saying that ever
it's good to have
since.
another ally.
Ever since we've moved to MCC, you're like, we're losing ground. There's no one except for Sandy. There's
We
no one that knows.
stormed ahead early, but I feel like you've
That's
been
true.
catching up.
Yep.
Chicken salt's the best.
Yeah.
And like the ones with lots of chicken salt on it, like the crispy sort of.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if I am going to eat chips with chicken salt, they have to be crispier. Like the tolerance of what the chip needs to be like is dependent on the salt that I'm having on it too. You agree or not disagree? Would you?
Yeah,
Would you?
I think I agree.
Would you eat plain salt, Megan?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not adverse to.
No.
Like,
Like
it's got
hot
plain
chips are
salt.
good regardless.
Let's throw it out the window. Do you have any sauces or anything with your chicken salt chips?
Tomato sauce. Yeah.
A classic. Yes, very good. Very nice. What was the one that we were talking about? Oh, with Godfrey last week.
Yeah. Fresh tomato.
Fresh chopped tomatoes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mixed in with the chips.
Mixed in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because they were more, I think he was saying the potatoes are more like fried in a pan rather than
Yeah.
deep fried in oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I think I need to try that.
It did sound quite good.
Yeah.
Like fresh tomatoes.
Fresh.
Oh, Tomatoes.
I don't know why Americans pronounce it like that. Anyway, the second question.
Yes.
Brayden, you can ask the second question.
Oh.
So I don't stuff it up.
Megan, how did you become Christian?
Good question.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have the joy of growing up in a family where I went to church with my mum and my brother.
Okay.
Grew up for 24, 25 years at a wonderful church and had a lot of support along the way. So I've never really known a time that I haven't known Jesus, which is really cool. I think we at that church we had a bunch of student ministers that would sort of come and do their placement there. There was sort of mid-high school, I reckon, one that really pushed me to think a little bit more about whether like the faith that I had was just what I'd grown up with, or whether it was actually my own. So from her, like being friends with me and building that relationship and asking those questions, I started coming to like evening church regularly and getting a lot more involved in church stuff. And I think I definitely took it on for myself a little bit more. I think that's like how I became a Christian. Yeah.
What? So where did you grow up?
I grew up at Sylvania Anglican.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you lived around that area too.
Yeah, like Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My mum had grown up at that church as well.
Right.
So she went with her grandma.
Okay.
I believe. And yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's one question I like to ask is that, so you like that time is so pivotal, right? In that kind of mid to late high school is when you really, it's more to do with your identity as a person, and then you're also like, is my faith in my own as well? It's something I think about too. We always talk about, Brayden and I grew up in a non-Christian household, but my kids, for example, have grown up in a Christian household. And like, I'm wondering what their experience is going to be like. Is it going to be like yours?
Yeah.
So my initial question I always ask is, what do you think changed for you when you decided to take that faith for yourself, or you were pushed to take it?
Yeah.
As your own.
Yeah. I think just like making bigger decisions about like how I was living. So like my big example is like year 12, I wasn't really sure what to do after high school, but I was just at the point where I was like, if my faith is so important to me, and I'd sort of been built up to that point, I was like, if this thing is real, if it's true, then it's really worth spending time on and investing like my life into. So I chose to do year 13. And I think just making decisions that sort of shapes my life to be one where I could serve Jesus no matter where I was. Yeah.
What do you think made you consider that to be really important? Is it just more just taking the faith on, going, oh, actually, that means I need to do it in all of my life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wow. That's because I was thinking about it's a similar when I became a Christian like year 10, but I didn't take it seriously until year 12.
Yeah.
So kind of similar to what you're saying. But it was like, oh, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it properly.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
it's similar to you.
It's not something you can half-ass. Like,
right.
Yeah. Was my thought behind it. Like, if it actually is true, then it's worth putting your whole life into.
And do you think, you said there's a number of student ministers, one in particular that you were really good friends with.
Yeah.
Was it seeing them live that out was also like, oh, that's like, it was almost like modeled to you. It's showing you like, this is actually what God wants for us. That's what Jesus has done for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I had lots of really wonderful examples around me. I think that, I got to see a bunch of student ministers that were like doing Bible college and sort of living it out in their life that way. But also just wonderful Christians, around me who were sort of, choosing whatever path they might have taken, but still going all in.
Yeah. I think it's important to have those kind of role models that are showing it, like, this is how you live a Christian life. Like, it was the same for me in youth ministry. I'm sure that Braden comes across that a lot in youth ministry as well. My question was that, what high school did you go to?
I went to Port Hacking.
Oh, okay. So what was it like being a Christian at Port Hacking High School? Was it obvious?
It was, I struggled a little bit with it. I didn't really have any like close friends who are Christian, probably one that I can think of. But yeah, I remember in year 7 being like quite, I think I was keen to find someone or like people that had the same like views as me, but none of my close group that I like did the whole of high school with ended up being Christian. And I think that, I sort of had to find balance in like inviting them to youth group and like, what I was comfortable with, not being a very like outgoing person. Like all of my friends for sure knew that I was Christian. But it was definitely like, I think I went to the Christian group in year 7 and then went again in year 11 and 12.
Oh.
And it sort of showed, I was like, I think started off being like, I want to go meet people that have the same views. Then went back in year 11 and 12 when one of my friends asked to like come with her. And she was like, ended up being that person at the very end of high school that sort of shared those same views. But I think
Was Port Hacking a good school?
Yeah, it was.
Because I'm just thinking about Hudson went to Port Hacking, but he said he found it hard to find friends.
Was Josh in your year at Port Hacking?
Yes, Josh was also in my year. I was also
trying to do that at the maths. I'm like, I think
Josh Roberts?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So like when I went back to like, we had chip lunch as well in year 11 and 12, Josh was there. And that was like sort of when I started becoming friends with him.
Oh, okay.
Like we became friends in year 13.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't call me a high school friend.
Oh, definitely not a friend. Does that mean he has a high bar for friends or just...
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you... What is like some really positive memories of high school that you have? Because I think back and like, I don't know if there's heaps of them.
I've had a,
You know,
I think there are. I think the older I've got, the more I've like glossed over the stressful parts.
maybe,
Yeah.
stressful for you, or was it a positive experience? I suppose.
I think it was like all around positive.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I think I was like stressed by sort of the academics for a while. But no, I came out with some really good friendships, which is like a lot of what I remember of it. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do you think the academics stressed you out? I could tell you why it did for me, but this podcast is about you.
I think just putting pressure on myself to do well.
Do it
Also,
well.
a lot of my friends I was sort of in a lot of the top classes, like year 7 through 10 when, so a lot of the close friends I ended up with were doing really well in year 11 and 12. And sort of had that comparison with them. But I think I learned to not do that as much by the end of it.
This is a question for the table. Do you think that your friendship group determines how much effort you put into your schoolwork when you're at school?
I think it plays a big part in it.
Yeah, I was going to say yes.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
My friendship group really cared about certain subjects, and those subjects got a lot of effort put into them, and
like
everything else, music. Yeah, and I think everything else Yeah, everything else was self-determined. I don't know. I'm having a very reflective week because I had a big birthday this week.
Yeah,
and
you did.
I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of my school friends on Saturday.
Ah, yes,
So-
for the party.
Yeah, and I think I made very good friends at high school, which is lovely. But yeah, it's interesting looking back and thinking about the kind of choices you make because of the people around you at that point.
Yeah, how much your environment influences
Yeah.
what your choices,
Yeah. Yeah. And you're just trying to figure out who you are. And they're all trying to figure out who they are.
which you don't know that at the time.
No. Well, I think you kind of do, but you also like put a lot of pressure on yourself to like figure it out.
Yeah,
I think I looking back on high school, I'm like, oh man, there was a lot of trying to figure out who I actually was, but also trying to fit in at the same time. I think that's a weird kind of balance
Yeah, that's
that
probably.
you're kind of going through in high school.
What was the subjects you enjoyed, Megan, at school?
I ended up really liking design and tech and like visual arts.
Oh, tell me. Okay, so that means you would have had to do mega stuff for year 12.
Yeah.
What did you end up making for those subjects?
Sorry.
Let me clear my throat for this one. It's going to be good.
For design and tech, I ended up illustrating one book, but it was like a concept of, I guess, working, like a series of books that would help kids with autism, like just generally. So going through like daily stuff and like, I don't really know how to describe it. But
Was it like
was
like a journal kind of thing? But that
it was like an illustrated picture book.
oh
Yeah, of just like getting ready for the day and just something that you could
okay.
use. So I like chatted to a family friend who has a daughter, with autism, and sort of worked off that.
That's cool. How long was it?
The book,
Yeah.
It was like a kid's picture book, so it wasn't too long.
But even that would have taken.
It took a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like hand drew it and then converted it like digitally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Something that I could not do.
I don't know if I could do it now.
Yeah. That was visual arts or design and tech?
That was design and tech.
Okay. What about visual arts then? Because I know that's always you've got to do this massive. What is
Yeah.
it? Major work. That's
Yes,
what they call
it's a major work. I'm not good at starting things very prompt, like on time. So I left it definitely way too late, and then chose to do pointillism, which is like making pictures out of dots, essentially.
Okay.
Which is like, it takes the longest time. So I don't know why I chose that to do last minute.
Yeah.
But I spent like the month before, when the major work was due, just
Dotting
Dotting
dots. What was
Dotting the
the
paper.
finished work? What was it?
They were like, I had a series of like postcard sized drawings, and I'd gotten pictures from my family of just like pictures that were sort of a lot of places that were important to them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What was your favourite one of the postcards? Do you remember?
My uncle had done some like film photography.
Yeah.
And that was like the first one that I used. And it was like a car in a field in like I think a road trip that he did. Yeah.
And it's coloured, like lots of different colours?
No, it's like just black
Just black.
pen, just lots of dots.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know why I
hard.
chose it.
What kind of pen do you use for that? It's like a felt tip pen? Or is it
like a fine liner. Like
an art line, like we talked about
Yeah,
remember we talked about on the Week Way podcast on the way down? We talked about pen types.
Oh, did we?
Oh, did we? Gosh, I
I
must
have a
have been
specific pen that I use.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific pen, Megan?
no.
Oh.
No. Not at all.
You don't blame you're a true artist doesn't blame their tools. Is that what you're saying? I could work with anything. So year 12 finishes. Were you pleased with how you finished year 12 in terms of HSC and everything? Because you said that you felt pressure for that on the academic side.
Yeah, I think I was pretty happy.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's good.
By the time we got results, I'd sort of knew that I was doing year 13 as
Oh,
well,
so you
which
kinda-
was helpful. Like
yeah.
I knew what was coming next.
Because you were saying that you weren't sure what to do, what you should do after
Yeah.
school,
Yeah.
but then having year 13 as knowing, oh, I'm going to do that,
Yeah.
didn't really matter. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So talk us through the decision-making process to do year 13. Because obviously you've measured a couple of times, so it obviously has had a big impact on what you decided to do going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it really was like, if this thing is the most important thing in my life, and if it's true, that's what it should be, then taking a year of my time to just like sink it into God's word and, figuring out how to live for Jesus the rest of my life, like that should be a joy to do. Yeah. And like to be able to make that choice is really cool.
Because it's similar to even when you said you became a Christian, was like, oh, I need to take this seriously and go for it 100%.
Yeah.
So is that maybe one of the reasons it appealed to you? Because you're like, I can do this even more so, rather than trying to find my, because that's the point, one of the points of year 13, right, is to, for some people it's like, oh, I don't know what to be doing. So, but if you're a Christian, you can prepare yourself for, is it good, preparing for a lifetime of ministry? Is that what I feel?
Yeah.
Oh, is that Youthworks? I think that might be Youthworks' tagline. I'm trying to remember where that line's come from. That just came into my head.
Not sure.
Okay. So tell us the highlights of year 13 then. What was it? What did you get out of it at least?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me was just being in community with like 75 other Christians my age, and getting to do a year with them. Like I'd come from a church that there were a handful of people in my year.
Okay.
So it was just like the other end of the spectrum of getting to, like spend every week with, people my age, my stage that were still figuring out life and like really wanted to delve into God's word and help each other grow and support each other and like be community for each other.
What's the general, like the usual thing that you're doing in a week for year 13? Because it's almost all week, right?
Yeah. So they love to get you to do ministry in churches. So I was doing a bunch of kids ministry at church. I was doing some scripture, and then I was on campus. You sort of spend one night on campus. So you're there 2 days, one night.
Okay.
And when you're there, you're like doing different subjects. When I did it, I got a diploma of Christian studies.
Oh.
So we're like doing actual study. And then, just like the amount of time you have together, you just end up hanging out and getting to be friends.
What do you think doing year 13, how did that kind of give you a new angle or shape your faith in a way that you hadn't seen before? Because, I mean, I'm finding that even like doing the reading plan, for example, that we've been doing the last couple of sermon series, is that I'm like reading something and then like I hear Braden preach and then I get something out of that. And I feel like my faith is really growing because of that constant study, in a sense. How did that, you saying like being able to share that with lots of people and then also studying the Bible at the same time, how do you think that shaped your faith from what it wasn't prior to going to year 13?
Yeah. I think I just ended up with a better like biblical theology, just understanding like the whole picture, and how it all fit together. Like, I knew like a lot of the bits before, but just I think getting to sink time into it, it really like gives you space to think about the big picture of the Bible, and also that how that like interplays with a lot of the stuff that like non-Christian friends might be chatting about, or just stuff that will like shape your life.
Did you manage to, and then did that help you, not manage, that's the wrong word. Did that help you in the ministry that you were doing, like in kids ministry, and you also said scripture. Like, how did that impact what you were doing at scripture and kids ministry, on top of like just growing yourself?
Yeah, I think just like having a better knowledge to be able to like, yeah, put that into the ministry and like the stuff that I was preparing. And yeah, I think being so supported in my own faith, it lets you pour out into other people.
So like as you're building up this more solid foundation of your own faith,
yeah,
it gives you more confidence, I suppose, to come and teach other people, and especially people that are younger than you.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
a way. Yeah, I think you're right about that for sure.
You did year 13 with Fish,
Yeah.
J-Mac,
Mm-hmm.
Jono, Harriet.
Yeah.
Is that where you first came across Soul Revival? Was through them?
Yeah.
And Josh too,
Yeah,
right?
And Josh.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a good year.
Yeah.
And then it was the first, that was, you were saying just before we started recording, that's when you first came to Soul Revival, was 2017.
Yeah. I came with Harriet.
Okay.
I remember the couches all being at the back of the church.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were.
We stuck around for like one late night.
Since rearranged by late night.
Yes.
Multiple times.
Yeah. It's just like, it's almost like just a way of refreshing the room, isn't it?
Well, we would find everyone would hang out at the lounges. So when they were out all the way at the back, sorry if I don't know, what's the word for it? Like interior design.
No,
or
please,
like,
let's delve into the interior
isn't your
design.
passion. All the people who were comfortable in the space and were regulars would go and sit on the lounges, and all the new people would walk in and stand at the front.
Oh,
And so it just meant that, like, if you were someone who was comfortable in the space, you were sitting on the lounges or at the back of the church. And then the new people who were coming along would
like me.
often stand in the, like, I don't know what the word is, like foyer. I don't know, the
The
bit near the
foyer.
coffee, the bit near the coffee machine.
The vestibule.
And so we, after a while, decided to kind of move that space so that they were closer to each other, which meant that if someone knew, like, walking in and someone sitting in the lounge, you could be like, oh, hey, come and sit down, rather than like two separate areas.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Was that your experience, Megan? You're like, oh, I'm not part of the lounge crew.
Well, you would have walked in with Harry. I feel like it's different
Yeah.
walking in
Oh, yeah.
with
Okay.
someone who knows.
That's true.
It's helpful.
And would be helpful. Yeah, I always think about, because we've been going to that space for how many years it must be? It must be at least 10, 11, maybe.
Yeah,
10,
a few
11.
more than 10.
Yeah. And you're like, I wonder what a first time person would think coming in here.
I often find that the most interesting, is they notice things that you, sure, if you walk into Sylvania, there's like things that you don't even see anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
You're so like, it's like, oh yeah, that's just a thing. And then someone walks in and they're like, oh, there's a lot of plants, or why is there a pink bike?
Yeah, why is that there? I feel like that was an inspired choice
Yes.
10 years ago.
And it's still there.
Maybe we should paint it a different colour or something.
We'd have to talk to Lou. It's Lou's bike.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you reckon she ever rode it? Or it's just
Doubt
been
it.
put. Oh, wow.
I don't know.
I doubt it. It's
I don't know.
riderless.
Well, it doesn't have any tyres on it, so.
Oh, doesn't it? I didn't know that. See?
Yeah. Anyway,
There you go.
the things you
Maybe
I
that's
didn't
why
know
we
that.
should
the
ride it.
things you notice.
What happens when we ride a bike without tyres?
Anyway.
That would be interesting. And yes, anyway, back to Megan.
Fiji is often a big part of Year 13.
Oh, yeah.
Did you find
Yeah.
that it was a big part of your experience at Year 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hard not to be a big part.
Yeah.
Like you're there for a month.
Yeah.
Um,
Was there something you were
Yeah.
nervous about or excited about or both? Or
I was mainly excited.
yeah.
Definitely a little nervous.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Different
cool
to
month.
anything you'd done before? Or?
Yeah. I'd never been overseas before
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
before that.
So you had to get a passport, for example.
Yes.
Would have been quite
I-
an involved process.
I had a passport.
Oh.
I've got family on Norfolk Island. You used to need a passport
Really?
to go there. Yeah.
Oh, tell me more about this. This is interesting. I didn't know you had to do that. So family on Norfolk Island.
Yeah.
That is like kind of, where is that? Is that kind of halfway up New South Wales coast? Am I getting this wrong?
I'm really bad with.
Don't worry. Why don't you tell me about Norfolk Island and I'll look it up on this digital device we call an iPhone. Why do you have family on Norfolk Island?
My grandpa on my mum's side grew up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's not many people live there, right?
No, I'm not sure how many, but it's fairly like tight knit.
Oh, it's quite a long way. Oh gosh, I'm zooming out a long way. It's near New Caledonia. I didn't know it was that far out there.
Yeah.
Wow. So how long's the flight over to Norfolk Island then?
I think it's like a few hours.
Yeah, it must be because it's almost
Population
Four, maybe?
2,188.
There you go. It's almost as far as New Zealand.
Yeah.
I for some reason thought it was much closer to Australia than all the way out there.
Yeah. I never know how to describe where it is because it's just sort of
Floating out there.
somewhere.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so tell me about Norfolk Island. I've never been there.
Yeah. It's great. It's very quiet. I sort of grew up going, I think we went about every 4 years, like sort of semi-regularly. But yeah, there's a lot of cows and chickens.
Just like running all over the place?
Yeah, there's like chickens running on the road. Like the cows have right of way.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
sir.
Excuse me. Let me allow you through here. Wow, I didn't know. Wow, I'm just fascinated by this place. That's really interesting. I've never been there.
Yeah.
So what would you say comparing Norfolk Island to Fiji? What were the similarities? What were the same? Because Fiji's an island.
I had very different experiences in both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fiji, I think we were in, like, I spent a lot of time in like local villages where it's like a very different way of life, like quite open houses and
Mhm.
kids running around and stuff like that. Norfolk's more similar to like what I know as home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just like a very small island, but still sort of the same setup. But yeah, Fiji was really cool. Like I remember we did like visits in the village that we were staying at and just walking and knocking on people's doors and asking if they wanted to read the Bible.
Oh,
And they'd just invite us in and give us some food and like make us tea and sit down and read the Bible with us and be
Really?
happy to chat.
really?
Yeah. This was just like the middle of the day. Yeah.
Like, just come in.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
open door.
And I'm like, I wonder if we would do that at home. If it's
Yeah. Not in the same way, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
someone comes to knock on the door and to read the Bible with me, I'm probably not there
Yeah.
because I'm out at work somewhere. But I wonder what I would do if someone did that. I'd be like, I read the Bible already and just close the door. Like, what would you do? That's really interesting.
I feel like people don't knock on the door anymore.
Not many do they?
No.
Not even the delivery guy. They just leave at the front door now.
Yeah. I've had to do door knocking before.
Yeah.
I absolutely loathed it. But that was a whole different thing. There's different
Is that 'cause
experiences.
they
of
thought
it.
you were a salesman.
Oh, yeah, just people don't. Like, it's foreign. Like, people don't want to be annoyed. Though I did it a couple of different times, but I did it in a very low socioeconomic area, which was interesting because everyone was at home because it was council housing.
Oh.
And yeah, generally people in that environment were pretty keen to chat because they were just at home.
Because they didn't have
They
didn't have to go out to work.
Yeah, exactly. They were just hanging. So
Huh.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Were they willing to talk about the Bible like they were in Fiji and Megan's
like-
experience?
More willing than richer areas. That's what was interesting. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. But it sounds like Fiji was like more hospitable side of it.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. For
Did you go to church there?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah. We went to like a different church each Sunday, I think. Yeah, one of them was like really long and early in the morning was the memory I have of it.
Not ideal for
yeah.
you, or
Not ideal. But yeah, like the singing like in the church is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like visiting churches and seeing how other places do it. And at that point it was very different from anything I'd experienced.
What are you usually on the lookout for when you're visiting other churches?
For me, like community is a really big thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You said that like it was an offensive thing to say. Yes.
No.
That's great.
No, just
Community.
Yeah. It's just like we just get upset at you for bringing it up like it's a theological question.
Yeah.
No, sorry, keep going. What else do you look for?
Like obviously solid Bible teaching. Like that's the most important thing. Yeah, I think everything hinges off of that. So having people that are up there and being able to talk about God's word in a way that's truthful and helpful is really important.
Very helpful.
Yeah. But yeah, I think community is a massive thing for me.
Can you tell me why though? Why is that such a high on your priority list?
I think a lot of like I think it's a really practical way of like living out Christianity. Just being able to support one another and build each other up and encourage one another. And like I think if you have a church that's not doing that, it's a sign of a healthy church to me.
Like community is a sign of a healthy church.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I think you know how important that is to us at Soul Revival as well. I'm just interested as that, how did you come to that conclusion? Was it a lack of or an experience of doing that kind of was it just out of high school years, or is it kind of before that, or where did you kind of develop that thinking of that's what you were always looking for?
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of different things that have gone into it. Like doing something like Year 13 and having that community was massive. And Youthworks College after that, like that's such a big push of Youthworks and the way Youthworks is set up in those programs. Also like Sylvania, I think we had a really tight-knit young adults community, which I really valued. Like it was sort of a lot of the same people doing ministry together, like serving together, doing life together. Like me and Jez were on many ministry teams together, and you sort of just end up, being part of each other's lives. And
because you're serving together, right?
Yeah,
exactly. That's like I've got like lifelong friendships because of serving together in youth ministry, for example. And now with Braden not being on staff, same thing. Like there's something, I may not speak to this reality, and Braden may be able to educate me more on it, but the fact that you're working to serve God and serve others together, it really bonds you together. And I'm maybe can't articulate that properly, but there's something very, it's probably spiritual, isn't it? About actually doing that together. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's living out the way that Christ has called us to live by doing it together. I think like Hebrews 10, do not give up meeting together, but do so more and more as the day approaches. Like that has been a big verse in my life. But I think, there's something about doing life together, and like the Christian faith being something lived out and doing that together that really bonds people together in a lovely way, which is why I think Paul uses the body analogy and things like that.
Well, yes, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm curious then, Megan, was it more going to Youthworks for Year 13 and then college, which we'll get into in a sec? Did it just more open your eyes to something that you hadn't experienced as much before, just to see a larger community?
Yeah, I think I hadn't experienced that larger community before. It was sort of that plus definitely church. I think because we were so small, you sort of, a lot of us like clung together and were very tight knit and supporting each other in doing ministry and doing all of that stuff.
Did,
Okay.
Sorry. Did you find that a big shift going from kind of having the tight-knit, smaller kind of Christian influence at Sylvania, and then also, like you said, at high school, like you had kind of one friend who ended up being having the same kind of faith as you did.
Not Josh though. He wasn't.
Josh was on his own,
would say
blazing
that he
his
wasn't a
own
friend
path. Blazing
in
his
high
own
school.
path. But yeah, so you had like a maybe one-ish friend at school, but not really until later on, and then a smaller, tight-knit. How was that shift going then into 80 Christians who are your age, who are all committed enough to be at year 13?
Yeah, I think like I really loved it.
Yeah.
It was just sort of a breath of fresh air, just seeing that other people are living, like valuing the same things. I wasn't alone.
There's more of us kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I always find that shift interesting because I was never in one of those situations until I went to more college, and I found it really weird.
Yeah.
I was like 26 though, rather than being a bit younger, but I'd never been in a space that was predominantly Christians.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd still find that weird. Like,
Yeah.
well, actually, that's not true because I've grown up at church for that.
Yeah.
Do you mean outside of church?
Yeah, outside of church.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean,
And I think some people will get like a little taste of it with things like Kick or like conferences, and they love it. But I find it's an interesting shift. It's like, wow, this is different.
it could be just the way that, like, where I've grown up at church, like a soul revival since year 10, right? Or year 9 or year 10. But even when I went and spoke at a conference it was like a month or so ago, I was like, oh, there's heaps more Christians, but like, oh, they think differently, a little bit differently. And I think that's probably a good thing to be exposed to that. But I'm just like, it's a shift, like you're saying, to compared to what I'm used to growing up in. So I suppose it's more just being in different environments, isn't it?
Yeah.
More than anything else. So you also mentioned, Fiji's towards the end of year 13. How did that finish up? And then was that the catalyst for you wanting to go and study more at Youthworks College?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
I really enjoyed doing like kids ministry, especially in year 13. Yeah, I wasn't sure that I wanted to like work at a church, but I knew that like going and doing further study at college wouldn't be a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I think I really enjoyed a lot of the ministry that I was doing. So I was like, it might lead to somewhere that like I end up working that I really enjoy. I think I'd already thought a little bit about chaplaincy.
Yeah.
Just in terms of what things I enjoy like doing that sort of line up with like working with kids and doing ministry stuff and all of that. So that was already something that had like flagged in my brain. But yeah, for sure.
Because there's like, from what I've heard you talk about, there's quite a few things intertwined that kind of all play off each other. So you like social work, like you're saying.
Yes.
The kids ministry, scripture, and then even the lovely book that you did for one of your friends' daughters. Can you tell me about why you have what's the right word? A desire to be in those spaces? Like, where do you think the driving force of that is behind for you to love people in that way?
Like I think at the core it's like love as Jesus loved us. Yeah, and I think that can play out in lots of different ways in different people's lives, but those seem to be the spaces that I've really connected with and have been drawn to. And yeah, it feels like a domino effect of doing a bunch of different things have led to another thing. Yeah, like social work very much came from chaplaincy, which came from year 13, and
Yeah, God's really like laid out a fair bit of it. Like, you might not be able to see it, but he's like laying out this path for you. It's almost like a video game. It's like you complete this thing and he's like, here's the next thing you should do and the next thing. But it's like I feel like I would enjoy doing that. I'd enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
And chaplaincy is the other one that I miss. Can you tell us about chaplaincy? Like, what is involved in being a chaplain? Is it at schools?
Yeah.
Mostly? Okay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, people would have heard about, there's a school chaplain sometimes.
Yeah.
But also...
So it's like a chaplain or a student wellbeing officer. Depends on the school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 2 schools currently.
Yep.
And I've got one title of each.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like the role changes entirely based on the school and what they want.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. Why would that be?
It's like, so I'm at Minerva at the moment, and like it's a school with like 50 kids, all quite high special needs, and they're just getting me to like run groups with the girls because there's like 9 girls in the school, and like that's my day at Minerva, and just being able to care for those girls and like build relationships and build them up. Whereas like I'm at Janali for 2 days of the week, and yeah, that's like a big mix of being in classes and seeing kids one-on-one, and working with families like external for like like physical needs stuff, like food and clothing and whatever else might be going on in their lives. So yeah, it's just a really big mix.
Do you like that mix? Like the variety of it?
Yeah.
Like it's always kind of changing in whatever different environment that you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I enjoy the mix up.
Okay. Can I ask you a question about being a chaplain and perhaps at a high school? Are people hesitant to talk to a chaplain? Because like, someone going to talk to me about God?